The Nikolov brothers could team up at Lube. Wasim Bentara is flying to Japan. Hossein Pourya might not make it to Russia. Yuri Romano is close to moving to Warsaw. And Luciano De Cecco could end up at Lokomotiv. And this is just the beginning. All this and much more in the latest episode of Volleyball News. And right away, a useful tip. If you don't know where to watch top leagues, check out my VK group. You can watch matches there absolutely for free. The QR code is on screen or the link is in the description. Alright, let's get started. And we begin from the coaching bench. Serbian coach Nikola Grbić, who has been in charge of the Polish national team since 2022, made it clear that one day he dreams of returning home to Serbia. At the same time, he stressed that he's still fully motivated where he is now, despite constant pressure, because even after winning bronze at the World Championship, some fans have repeatedly called for his resignation. Grbić simply said he wouldn't mind taking charge of the Serbian national team again, which he coached from 2015 to 2019. Right now, Serbia is coached by Romanian specialist Georgi Crețu. As for Russia, Vladimir Alekno will continue his work with Zenit. In St. Petersburg, they value his contribution and believe he's the one who can finally lead the team to long-awaited titles. And honestly, I get the feeling that Vladimir Romanovich himself is still fully locked in on results. Let's wish the legendary Russian coach the best of luck. Now, to the players. Wasim Bentara will play for Suntory Sunbirds in the 2026/2027 season, replacing Dmitry Musersky, who will retire at the end of the current season. What used to be just rumors is now pretty much a done deal. Despite a huge number of options and endless talks around this opposite, he chose the Japanese route. And it'll be insanely interesting to see what the Sunbirds turn into after such massive changes. Especially since Takahashi might leave the club and move to Lublin. What once sounded like a one-off rumor is now being discussed more and more often. If this transfer happens, it'll be one of the loudest moves in PlusLiga in recent years, and watching the contrasting duo of Takahashi and Leon will be absolutely fascinating. There's also talk about libero Tomohiro Ogawa possibly joining the same Polish club. Right now, that position in Lublin is held by the decorated Brazilian Thales. Speaking of Leon and Lublin, the team won the first Polish Cup in club history. The final, watched by over 12,000 fans in the stands, ended with a confident win over Resovia. As a result, Leon became the only volleyball player in history to win the league title, the National Cup and the Super Cup in 3 of the strongest leagues in the world. First in Russia, then in Italy and now in Poland. A truly great athlete. The 21-year-old Iranian outside hitter Hossein Pourya was already planning to join Dynamo-Ural this season, and it looked like everything was going smoothly. However, the transfer may collapse. Italian club Civitanova claims the player left the team without permission and didn't coordinate the move with management. At the same time, Bulgarian outside hitter Alexander Nikolov sided with Pourya and said on stream that all procedures had been agreed in advance. Later, though, he had to apologize. He didn't expect his words to cause such a reaction on social media. We'll keep following how this story develops. Earlier, Belogorie had also shown interest in Pourya, but in the end the club signed Yaroslav Podlesnik. And honestly, it's hard to call that a bad choice. Belogorie are also actively considering Jenya Grebennikov for next season. That's because Zenit plans to keep Marlon Yant and also sign a foreign setter. In that situation, Grebennikov could realistically change clubs. That foreign setter could be Italian Mattia Bonifante, who's been offered a salary of around 300,000 euros per year. And that raises a logical question: why would Lube need Moni Nikolov if they already have a quality setter with an Italian passport? But if Bonifante really moves to Russia, the door opens wide for the Bulgarian setter. Which means a move for Nikolov to join his brother becomes more and more likely. There are even rumors that the contract has already been signed. A risky move by Lube, but it looks extremely intriguing. I think you'll agree with me. That said, Vladimir Nikolov, Simeon's father, denied the information about a contract being signed with Civitanova. According to him, in February, Moni will sit down for talks with Lokomotiv to discuss future cooperation. The conditions there are genuinely top tier. Organization, flights, accommodation, everything is first class. Although, to be fair, we all remember how Vlado previously denied rumors about his son moving to Lokomotiv as well. And if Nikolov doesn't stay, Novosibirsk could be waiting for Luciano De Cecco. The Argentine was heavily linked with the club last season, but chose Poland instead. Now the maestro might try himself in Russia again, where he last played back in 2010 for Dynamo Yantar, and even won the best server contest. An interesting detail: Zenit tried to sign the Nikolov brothers, but in the end both could land in Civitanova. That's how the setter carousel spins in the top leagues. Yuri Romano has almost signed a contract with Project Warsawa. There were tons of rumors around the Italian opposite, but in the end he turned down offers from Modena, Civitanova, Milan, as well as several Russian clubs, and it looks like he decided to continue his career abroad. Honestly, I didn't expect this story to end like this. Though, to be fair, I also didn't expect to see Ben Terra at the Sunbirds. This year's transfer rumors are just pure gold. Speaking of rumors, Dmitry Volkov, who was heavily linked with Perugia, turns out never received any offer from the Italian giant. So basically that whole chain of transfer speculation came out of thin air. Volleyball fans have long dreamed of our sport being talked about as much as football, and it seems we're slowly getting there, when transfer rumors pop up even without any real basis. Another important move for Russia. Fyodor Voronkov leaves Dynamo-Ural and joins Lokomotiv Novosibirsk, where he's expected to help the team in the absence of Sam Deru. Not an easy mission, but that only makes it more interesting to see how it plays out. Initially, a swap deal involving Yuri Brachnyuk was planned, but now it's becoming clear that the middle blocker will only leave Loko next season. As a result, this transfer looks pretty strange for Dynamo-Ural, especially considering their current lack of depth at outside hitter. Meanwhile, Yenisei are trying to avoid similar issues and have already extended the contract of Slovenian outside hitter Žiga Štern, the team's top scorer. A smart decision by the management. They're working smartly in Gdansk as well. The club isn't just looking for reinforcements, but also trying to keep the core together. Łukasz Łasina moves over from Rezovia, while Alex Nazevich, Piotr Orchik and Damian Kogut stay. Maybe that's exactly what will help build on the positive momentum the team found this season. Milan are very active on the transfer market. Yuki Ishikawa is their main target, and the club isn't hiding that they're doing everything possible to bring their leader back. The Japanese outside hitter has rarely been on the court lately, so a club change in search of playing time makes total sense. Robertlandy Simón is also on Milan's radar, but his current health condition raises questions. There's still a lot of uncertainty in this story. As for replacing Regers, Basil Dermaux is being considered, and he's absolutely lighting it up in the Champions League right now. American outside hitter Tomasz Jejszka has undergone arthroscopic surgery and will soon begin rehab. Let's wish him a speedy recovery and a quick return to the court so he can keep entertaining fans with his game. Drop a like if you agree that 2026 is shaping up to be an absolute banger year for transfers. And don't forget, top-level matches are waiting for you in my VK group. In the new year, I decided to slightly change the format of these news episodes, since I still can't stick to a strict schedule anyway, and the stats show that the results section isn't watched as actively. While taking up a ton of time, I'll be focusing specifically on news. Mostly on the most interesting transfer rumors, but with deeper breakdowns and my personal takes. So this is kind of a transitional episode of volleyball news. I hope you enjoyed it and support it with a like. And as always, this was Nick with you. Love what you do and you'll definitely succeed. See you soon.